Overnight snow, and there's still more to come. Plows are out, and we're tracking conditions for your morning commute.
We've got some nice wet and powdery snow out here this morning, but of course it's causing trouble on the roads. We'll be live all morning giving you road conditions and what it looks like out across Spokane.
We're tracking the winter storm this morning, and this is just the beginning of it, as the snow is expected for most of the day today, and I'll have just how much snow you can expect over the next 24 hours.
Cha-ching, $600 checks are on the way. For some of you, they were deposited overnight. This morning, updates on a bigger check being debated on Capitol Hill.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
Well, good morning. We begin with breaking news now at 6. In Leavenworth, local authorities are now giving the all clear after a bomb threat forced them to evacuate the downtown core. Downtown streets in Leavenworth have been packed as usual this winter season, but videos sent to us by Brett Anderson showing the empty streets and police blocking the west end of Highway 2, which was also shut down. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says a 911 caller warned there was an explosive in a trash bin somewhere, and that prompted authorities to evacuate people back to their homes and hotel rooms. But just before 2 a.m., the area was searched, and it was determined the threat was a false alarm. Investigators are still tracing the 911 call and say the caller will be prosecuted if found. So here's what we know about what happened. This all began around 8 o'clock last night. The sheriff's office tracked a phone call where the bomb threat was first reported. Deputies evacuated part of Front Street near the gazebo where they do the tree lighting ceremony. Cascade Medical Center also sheltered in place. Again, the sheriff's office department saying the area is now clear. However, they are still investigating what led up to the situation. You can depend on us to keep you informed. Now to our other big story happening right now. Snow continues to blanket the inland northwest. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick told us it was coming. Thomas, what's the latest track on this storm?
Yeah, it came in first thing in the morning, and even when we were driving to work at 3 and 4 o'clock this morning, already that first layer of snow on the ground, and it's pretty icy out there already. It's probably only going to get worse because the snow continues to come down at a very steady clip at the moment. All of Spokane County is seeing just that steady snowfall, probably already 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground already. Looks like Newport already getting some decent snowfall as well. In fact, these areas north, like in Pend Oreille County, probably expecting some of the most snow overall. But it even continues all the way into central Washington. That entire I-90 corridor is blanketed with snow. So if you have any interstate driving plans for today, well, it's going to not be freeway speed. That much is for certain. Here are the alerts across the region. It's a winter storm warning in northeastern Washington and far north Idaho. That's like Spirit Lake to Deer Park and northward. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene under the advisory criteria, but either way, we're getting our fair share of snow. It's just a matter of how much snow we're going to get is determining the advisory versus the warning. There's that first coating of snow across downtown Spokane. It's just going to continue to fall for several more hours here. Just a quick snapshot at our future tracker shows you even by 11 a.m. it might even get heavier at that moment. So we'll be tracking this hour by hour all day today, and I'll have a first look at just how long it's going to last overall and a city by city breakdown of how much you can expect for the next 24 hours.
All right, Thomas, thanks so much. A winter storm warning is in effect all day for parts of our region, and it's expected to last until tomorrow. Nicole Hernandez is tracking road conditions this morning to keep you informed so that you know what to expect. Nicole, what's it like where you are right now?
Yeah, Tim, so right now we're near the Northtown Mall right here on Division, and this parking lot here has been getting plowed, and you can see that the roads here have been plowed as well. We've got just enough snow on the ground to make some kind of snowballs. Apparently the snow is dry, which means it's not good for snowball making is what I just learned. But take a look at the roads here. That's what's really important right now, is how much snow is on these roads this morning. Like I mentioned, the plows have been going through. They have been doing their work all morning, but that snow is still coming down. So there's still layering up powder on the roads here, so they are slippery, they are slick. Some parts you are getting a little bit of traction and you're fine, but then there are some other parts of the road where driving around this morning we were slipping and sliding just a little bit. So make sure you're giving yourself extra time this morning to get out of the house. You're going to want to bring out that scraper, wipe off all that snow from your windshield. There's going to be a thick layer if you parked outside this morning and not underneath anything. And then give yourself that time to go slow this morning as well, because you just want to be extra careful on the roads, like we always say when it snows, just so that we avoid any accidents, of course. And just be careful, because even though at some points that powder is giving you some traction, I still had that traction light come up on my car several times this morning, especially as we were going around curves near the Garland district. So just be careful this morning, give yourself that time, and make sure that you are careful on the roads, as we always say when it snows. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, thanks so much for that update. Now, if you're wondering when plows are coming to your area, you can actually track its progress live. So take a look at your screen here. Here's a map of the snow removal progress of Spokane right now. So the green area means it's complete. Purple means working or being monitored, and red means what's next. You can interact with the map right now by going to myspokanecity.org. Scroll down on the homepage a little and then click on snow info. You can even click on an entire neighborhood to see. This map is only activated during full city plows. You can also go to cdaid.org/snow for a similar map of Coeur d'Alene's plow schedule. Well, those pesky berms hopefully won't barricade you in your driveway this morning. The city of Spokane now has 17 snow gates. Those gates help plow drivers avoid pushing snow across driveways or alleyways. They won't completely eliminate driveway berms, especially if you live on arterials that are plowed more frequently. Well, here's a list of snow removal hotlines for our area. For Spokane, you can call 311. Spokane County residents should use 509-477-2666. And if you need snow removed outside of city limits, call 509-755-CITY. For Coeur d'Alene, you can call 208-769-2233. Live customer service representatives are available 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and there are some weekend hours during full city plow events. Here's a live look at Snoqualmie Pass this morning. So far, we're not seeing any closures from the snow, which is good news, of course. And this is your reminder that if you travel on a pass this time of year, you should expect some delays during snow events like today. If you still decide to drive on a pass, remember to stay slow and watch for slippery conditions. WashDOT recommends having a winter travel kit as well in your car in case of an emergency. So here's a list of items they recommend keeping in your car: a cell phone charger, a first aid kit, water and snacks, boots, gloves, and warm clothes, along with other tools you see here on this list. And of course, don't forget a full tank of gas. WashDOT is also asking drivers to be very careful on the roads this morning. Drive and accelerate slower and leave extra space between your car and the car in front of you. Troopers recommend not using cruise control in slick and icy conditions. Also, give yourself extra time to stop. If you're planning on traveling through the passes, make sure you have traction tires and chains. Check past conditions before you leave. And like we mentioned before, city crews are out actively clearing the roads right now. If you end up behind a snowplow, make sure to slow down and give them extra room. Let's take a look now at today's other big headlines. You might want to check your bank account this morning because stimulus checks started arriving last night. Electronic payments of the $600 stimulus checks are being rolled out as we speak. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin tweeted last night that paper checks will start getting mailed out today. Now there is a congressional deadline to get payments out by the middle of next month to avoid tax season. Again, this is for people making less than $75,000 and couples under $150,000. So let's take a closer look at who qualifies for the second round of stimulus checks. If your 2019 reported income was $75,000 or less, or a married couple making $150,000 or less combined, you are eligible for the one-time payment. That amount drops by $5 as your income goes up by $100. So for example, people who made $75,100 will receive $595. On Capitol Hill, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked a bill aiming to boost the pandemic relief checks to $2,000.
Once again, I want to applaud President Trump for signing the bill and getting this much-needed assistance into the pipeline. During this process, the President highlighted 3 additional issues of national significance which he would like to see Congress tackle together.
McConnell says the Senate will begin a process this week to focus on several priorities outlined by President Trump. Those include increasing direct payments to $2,000, Section 230 on legal protections for tech companies, and election fraud. Before the GOP-led Senate rejected the bill, the House approved it. The bill would have increased payments to Americans from $600 to $2,000. Several Republicans gave support, but 60 votes are needed to change the bill. It's worth noting that when the bill passed, in the House, it did have the support of 44 Republicans. If you would like the latest news on stimulus payments, Washington's relief payments, or information on unemployment, you can text the word money to 509-448-2000 and we'll send it right to your phone. Well, snow is coming down hard and the Spokane County Fire Department wants to keep everyone safe on the roads, including their staff.
I don't want to get taken out trying to save you in a car wreck because some looky-loo decided that they weren't going to pay attention.
The Spokane Valley Fire Department is pleading with people to slow down and give them extra space after a close call on Christmas. We'll hear more from them in our next half hour.
And this is another snowstorm moving through the region today, and it's just getting started as of this hour. And I'm tracking hour by hour how much snow is going to be falling throughout the course of this event.